Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's an exciting night tonight, and I am Nick.Zite. I am joined by my season-long co-host, Moens, and I'm also joined by Corpse and Chime Gatherer, veterans of the Topaz League and of CMSA in general. So thank you tonight for joining me as we watch what's tonight. We're going to be watching the Season 2 2026 Topaz Invitationals. How are you all doing, my fellow casters?
Doing great. All doing great.
Amazing.
Great. And Mike?
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. And Lad, thank you so much for the raid as we get started. We are very close to draft. The Topaz players are in. They are ready. And as you saw on the starting student screen, we have some of the cream of the crop playing tonight. Some Grandmasters, some High Masters players, some Diamond players. And if it's anything like the past 2 weeks that we saw with Ruby and Pearl, these are going to be some amazing matches. And so, anything to start us off, Chime Gatherer or Corpse, as you two are going to be casting game 1, what are you expecting to see?
I'm expecting to see, hopefully, a lot of wards. I'm expecting to see people paying attention to the mini-map.
Right.
I don't know if we'll end up seeing that or not, but these are the top of the top that CMSA has to offer, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Nice.
I'm really hoping for some clown fiesta, but I don't think it's gonna happen since they're so sophisticated.
And
No,
what would be Clown Fiesta here in Topaz? Just the fighting?
Just constant fighting, trading kills.
Well, we may get that.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
If it's anything like other Topaz games, we'll definitely see that. Usually pretty early and constant throughout the rest of the game. If some of the picks are a little rough. So fingers crossed that we do see some of that. And if any of the players are in the stream right now, maybe make some of your picks based on that.
We may just see some influence as we've been doing the show all season, watching the games, and I know Thresh, maybe not Thresh top, but Thresh is a highly sought after champion, and we have a few that are like demons that haunt the Topaz League. Dr. Mundo, Thresh. I'm sure that Boomer is going to collect a Jin ban or a Jinx ban. Whether they're meta or not, just comfort on those 3 or 4 specific champions, they're always of interest to me.
Oh yeah. Now, the interesting thing with Boomer is I feel like Jin gets banned so often against Boomer that he's actually leaning into the dark side and playing everything but Jin.
Yeah.
So part of me thinks maybe if Jin's open, he might be a little washed on it, and that might be your angle.
Oh. Yeah.
We'll see.
It could be a
That's
rust.
deep.
Well, certainly we've got some really fine matchups in the jungle, in ADC, in mid, support, and top. I'm really excited about top. I know Capri and MTP, that to me is like a long standing. When I first joined CMSA, I'm like, okay, it's El Clasico, but with MTP and Capri in the top lane. And back when Poggle was top as well.
I was gonna say I have personal vendettas against MTP just purely because of the Mundo that comes up frequently when I play against them. Capri, I feel like I've had vendettas against for other champions, but it's mostly because I'm bad at the game. I am excited to see 2 very talented top laners battle it out as another person that plays top lane.
Yeah. And so we are getting the signal that we're ready to get into draft. So let's start it up and start looking at the drafts.
Looking forward to it. Are there any champions right now in League of Legends that we could put on the no-fly list right now?
I think the first one is Thresh. I think if they let Thresh through, it's an immediate River Otter pickup. And the danger is that I don't think Blue Badger plays that category specifically of the do-it-all plus engage champion. Or at least I haven't seen them this season do it. And maybe they've been practicing.
Well, we do see the Mundo coming straight out and getting put in the kennel. Thresh as well. So those are some 2 good ones to get out of the way, I would
Yeah.
say.
The Kindred.
And the Kindred very targeted towards Bormelian.
The hate crime.
Yeah. I mean, Kindred is very difficult to deal with if you allow for the marks to be sought after. I don't think this is the type of team with the type of champions that I know Capri, Bormelian, Poggle, Boomer, and Blue Badger to play. It might not ever be a Kindred angle, but then maybe just like you're saying, Cham, where it's the unexpected. Leave Jin open, and then it does get played, and it's not as good as we feared.
Exactly. And I mean, there's also the angle that they're trying to bait it. Maybe they played and they have some team comp that's really good at dealing with Jin, and they're hoping Boomer, takes that little worm that's sitting on top of the water. So we'll see. But we do also see Lissandra, Ezreal, and Zhao getting bans. Any comments on those? Are there any big players of those 3?
Well, yeah, Xin Zhao is another Bormelian special. And Boomer, here's what I will say is I edit the highlights throughout the season, and I've wanted to make a highlight just of like Mystic Shot. And I'm pretty sure Boomer's the only one who played it, and I was like, I don't want to be playing favorites. I like Boomer a lot, but one edit just for his Ezreal?
Yeah. A little excessive. His Ezreal's okay, it's not that great.
Yeah.
Well, you did do a Lux edit, and you could do any like global alts, right?
That's
like
true.
You could, I mean, I guess Lux isn't global alt, but any long range alt like Azereth or anybody. Just a compilation of successes.
We've got a switcheroo here of main champions being stolen by the other team already. And so you see Capri picks up that Orianna for John Topaz. That's Mift's bread and butter. That's like their, I wouldn't say OTP, but definitely highest mastery champion. And then you have Jinx being stolen away from Boomer the Walrus.
Probably just picked Orianna to get rid of that Nocturne Ori combo too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's
I've
super
seen-
dangerous.
I've seen a few clips of that, and the timing is really precise but very deadly. And it's never fun when you get hit twice by some insane zany stuff and it actually works.
Right.
One of the worst feelings in League of Legends, personally.
All right, and we see Zillion picked up for Blue Badger on John Topaz to round out that Zillion Senna bot lane. That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm always interested by the first 3 picks, because these are kind of the ones that, obviously the highest priority, the ones that they want to define the team around. Immediately just off these 3 picks, the Shen and Nocturne gives a lot of mobility in favor of that team, and so far Zillion's the only answer to that. I mean, you have Orianna ult, which can kind of stall or punish them for grouping up, but I'm really interested to see how these last 2 picks for both teams kind of answer what's getting laid out right now.
Yeah, and who knows what is going to be chosen for Mift on the red side here in response to Orianna. It seems like they're lacking a little bit in AP, so of course John Topaz looking to get some of the control mages out of their hands already. We see Victor banned.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. The Gwen ban, also really good. A very frustrating and annoying top laner to play against if you know what you're doing on her.
Yeah, and difficult as a tank like Shen to go into, because you're getting snipped. That's the one true rule of going an HP tank into Gwen.
Unfortunately, and I know that all too well. You do also see the Jarvan getting banned, so another delivery system for that Orianna ult going away. And another global ult teleport ban with Galio, so I think they're both respecting.
I was just gonna say, they do not want this to be the global protect the Jinx, the global influence game. That would be really scary.
Yeah, very hard to deal with, and truthfully, I really am curious to see what these next 4 picks lay out with. I mean, we see Seraphine, so not, just really good in general for that extra crowd control. If they're grouping up on the Shen and Nocturne, that's just another answer to extend that CC chain. And I'm curious how John Riot's going to answer this onslaught of teleports and CC. Yeah.
That's a really ult-reliant team on the red side, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very
For sure. It looks like they're looking to win at the Baron pit and at the Dragon pit, for sure.
Yeah. You see Aatrox going out. Pretty solid pick. I mean, if Aatrox is being left alone in lane and Shen's not up there to do anything, that's a pretty big boy up there getting strong.
Yeah, scary too, because there's stuns all throughout his kit to make sure that Shen doesn't actually arrive if he is ulting from lane.
There we go. We have our Orianna ball delivery system being called out in chat by John there with the Wukong. And then an Amumu to round out going nonverbal. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, looking at the team comps here, now that we see them fully fleshed out, what's the consensus? What are we thinking? What are we seeing here?
Now that I know it's Seraphine mid, that there's something very interesting happening here. I had thought at first this was River Otter taking Seraphine in a combo with Jinx. It's not the best combo to have that they don't really synergize necessarily. I thought it was to take away another pick from Blue Badger, but maybe it's both. It's taking Blue Badger's Seraphine away for the next game and, just clearing waves mid lane so that Orianna is forced to stay in lane. Who knows if that's the way?
You can have your cake and eat it too. It can be both.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm very excited to see how this plays out, but I will say, I think just initially, red team going nonverbal with the amount of CC chain that they have, the movement, the lockdown, mixed with just, the protection through the Shen ults, and the Nocturne blind. I really am curious to see how John Riot's team is going to answer
it's Mimo jungle, Nocturne mid.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that is very interesting. We do see now we're in the loading screen. We've got Nocturne mid, as Corpse just said. So, that still changes my idea of, okay, we've got Seraphine in the support lane. And so we're going to take a pause. I'm sure casters see that we've got the game up, but we're going to take a pause just for a minute to ensure the competitive integrity of the game. And I want to say, looking at the two sides, because casters, you can see on both sides of the screen, let's just get a thumbs up, thumbs down. Is it blue side or red side predictions for this game?
I'm going to have to go with red side. On a hunch, no real reason.
Okay, all right. Red side. We've got one for red side from Corpse. How about you, Chime?
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm also going red side purely off of team comp. I think there's definitely potential for John Riot's team, if they play well, to take advantage of some, antsy fingers and ults not being used on going nonverbal side. But I think purely based on team comp, my hunch right now is red side definitely has the edge.
All right. Mike, how about you?
So I was going to go red side, but everybody else went red side. So I got to stick with my man Zillion.
Okay.
I'm going blue side.
Zillion and the controlling side from blue. I'll go blue as well, and we'll see. We'll catch you after this game. For now, stream, I'll leave you in the capable hands of Chime and Corpse, as they're going to be casting game 1, and let's get right into it. All right, see you guys on the other side.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to it. And now the Twitch stream is ours. Corpse, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm trying to play out how these team fights are going to go in my head. I think it's super dependent on if this Jinx survives, the Wukong engage, Oriole, etc. She's really their only damage.
Yeah.
The whole team is on her.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. Like looking on red side, there's a lot of tanks and people that, Seraphine, I don't know if we're going to be seeing more damage or more support come out in terms of itemization. Looking at the runes, I think it's still a little too early to say, but that kind of leaves Jinx really the only person doing damage. I mean, we'll see Nocturne get some autos off, but typically Nocturne's just assassinating and getting out. So I think, I'm not expecting a lot of action early, but I think when the action starts, it's going to ramp up really quickly.
Yeah, same with blue side. Senna's gonna take a while to get online, and they're gonna have trouble getting through all that front line as well. Senna's not great for that. Neither is Ori, so I'm really curious.
Absolutely. Now the thing I am excited to see play out, the Zillion Senna are going to kind of be behind the team here, and I think just the nature of Boomer to Walrus in these games is he gets focused pretty heavily, and rightfully so. He's a pretty dominant force and very consistent in his performance. But I think with the Orianna ults, the Wukong, and the Aatrox, if going nonverbal or red side, if they commit too heavy and they get caught up by those ults and the CC and the slows, Boomer and Blue Badger could be kind of safe in the backline to whittle them down and kind of get some picks, which might turn the tide. So I'd be interested to see how it plays out. But I think there's just a lot of speculation until then.
Zillion's a great counter into Nocturne, so I think they should be able to handle that. It's just, can they handle the Seraphino, the Amumu ult, all of that stuff?
Yep, exactly. And there's only one Zillion ult. I'm fairly confident we'll see Mikhail's come out. And Boomer does have cleanse, so there's ways out of CC. But I mean, to your point, there's just too much of it, and you only have so many answers. Now we are seeing a slight gold lead on red. We're also seeing 2 backs on blue side first. Again, I really don't see much happening until at least some ults come into play here.
The thing is, when they do ult, fights are going to happen. They're not very non-committal. They have to commit kind of on both sides, if you think about it.
And we see the flash coming out. We see the ignite coming out. That's an early first blood. Unfortunately, not much to be done on Capri's side. But we do see some summoners used. It's one of those, it's inevitable if you're playing up and behind, and with that teleport back to lane, that's an easy call, especially with the rotation from Amumu. The real downside is getting killed right after a teleport. Puts that Aatrox down a lot in golden XP.
He's gonna have a hard time.
And especially
but he'll be able
Shen.
To come back with Shen, because Shen's gonna ult somewhere, and maybe who can get some CS back.
Exactly. Now the nice thing is with the new questing in top lane, we are going to see Shen pick up that teleport late game. Traditionally a top laner taking ignite, especially someone like Shen, sacrifices that ability to be in lane. Not something that you get to take advantage of too much now with the questing, but there will still be moments, and hopefully Capri's able to capitalize on that later in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, again, we are seeing some little trades in mid. Nocturne really not having much kill potential until 6 anyways. Poggle's definitely got the advantage being ranged. We do see a root getting landed in bot lane.
Both low on mana.
Yeah.
Might need a back soon.
And we are looking at the jungle pathing too. Looks like both junglers are still sticking to their initial pass. We have a Mumu potentially making another round top side. Nocturne teleporting back mid.
Interesting.
Keeping the wave pushing. We see a Mumu positioning for maybe a mid gank here.
Nocturne actually up on CS. You wouldn't expect it. It looks like he's just been tanking Orianna trades to the face and focusing on CS.
Yeah. Now we do see Bormelian going in bot side, low mana, under turret, relieving some pressure. But thankfully, no one's dying off that.
No Sunsburned either.
No. Now we do see
low on mana.
Yeah, Mumu potentially looking for another dive top. I don't think that would be wise, and I think just getting a ward down, clearing vision. Bormelian clearing bot side, and this is a potential opportunity for a Drake play early on if they were quicker with it. But I think the safest play is the best play. Teams are just farming up, trying to get to that mid game, where I think we're going to see a lot of plays being made.
Yep.
Now, one thing that is interesting to me is of all the games and hours that I've played alongside Boomer to Walrus over the years, I don't think I've seen much Senna.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Boomer's been playing that this season much, but I'm interested to see how Boomer's skill set on ADC transfers to a Senna playstyle once that character comes online in a little bit.
True. I think I've seen a Senna in like 90% of my games this season, so.
Really? Okay.
Inevitable. Yeah, it's just such an oppressive pick this season.
All right. Well, that does not sound good, especially with Boomer playing it. So hopefully, hopefully we see some of those ults being focused and some plays being made. Because an unstoppable Boomer on a really good champ is something to be a little scared of.
Yeah, Zillion too. Zillion's been pretty prominent this season as well.
No, as a wise someone once said, if Zillion were an anime girl, everyone would be playing him.
Oh, that's definitely true.
We
In fact,
do see...
I'd be playing him.
Yeah, tell me. We do see that Nocturnal coming in. Thankfully, Boomer was close enough to the turret to retreat.
Yeah.
But we do see a heavy presence from red side on this Drake already.
Might be looking to capitalize off of that. No Nocturnal. Oh.
Yep, we do see the Orianna ult, Sivir, or sorry, not Sivir, Senna ult coming through to try to save here. Unfortunately, not enough. And again, now the whole red side on this Drake, and this is kind of what I was talking about in draft. I mean, there's really no easy answer to this if you're on blue side right now.
Seraphine ult? Wow.
Yeah. That's...
That's a 2-kill Seraphine, though. Not a 2-kill Jinx.
It's definitely like glass is half full when you're considering all the possibilities that could have been. Seraphine getting ahead early is still going to be annoying for a while until the sustain picks up on Senna and the damage especially. But again, I think you're right. I'd much rather have a 2-kill Seraphine than a 2-kill Jinx this early on in the game. Now looking at summoners, we did see a Nocturne flash, a Shen ult. We do have Orianna flash on cooldown as well, but otherwise not a lot used. But the big thing being Drake going over, especially an early water Drake going over, that healing and sustain is going to help out. And we are seeing almost a 2k gold lead in favor of going non-verbal right now.
Yeah. Freezing in. And bot, it looks like.
Yeah.
Kind of slow game.
It, again, very slow. I think until these... I'm going to say around the 3 item mark is when we're probably going to start seeing a lot of fights coming out, just in terms of rotating for objectives, lane swapping, and being where people need to be. But given the early lead, I wouldn't be surprised if going non-verbal starts to really press that in the mid game and try to capitalize on the, small lead that they'll be building at that point at this rate.
Yeah.
Now we do see Wukong. If Wukong stays, there might be a play happening, but looks like it was just a clear getting some vision and backing. Orianna was rotating down, just getting more vision on the Drake, but we do see 3 members of going non-verbal topside. We know Void Grubs are up, some damage coming off in bot lane.
Yeah.
But again, not much really happening in terms of reclaiming that gold lead at the moment.
Looks like they're not contesting Herald either. Pretty safe. Now that I'm sure they knew Wukong was in the red side jungle, so.
Oh yeah. And like it was said before this game even started, I mean, red team right now is looking to fight these big objectives with the sheer amount of movement, damage, and protection they have mixed with the CC. It's going to be really hard for John Riot to be able to get into these fights and reliably do damage without risking someone.
Yep.
Until then, though, looking at the CS leads, Aatrox has done a pretty good job. Capri's done a pretty good job keeping up with CS. The skirmish starting in Wukong, pretty close. I don't think anything's going to come of this, but it is nice to have the insurance with Bormelian up there.
Yeah. Flash.
MTP flash going down.
Oh, they're committing.
Yeah, a little risky.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, looks like a Mumu came down bot side. Nothing came of it. Again, just more, light trades, light skirmishes, seeing where teams can get an angle. But I think after, giving 3 kills to red side early, I wouldn't be surprised if John Rye is just being a little extra cautious, trying to mitigate the gold lead as much as they can until they start scaling.
100%.
Now we do see Drake coming up in 60 seconds. At the moment, John Riot's getting resets off a little early.
So way more vision on the red side for that Drake, too.
Absolutely. And I wouldn't be surprised if that plays a part. Again, when you have Nocturne point and click, Shen point and click, Seraphine essentially point and click with that team comp. Vision is kind of enemy number 1 to blue side at the moment.
Absolutely.
All it takes is a single pixel that you are sticking out a little too far and you are locked down until you're dead. So, not a good position to be in.
Oh. I don't think that kills, but... Both ults burnt before
Drake. Very crucial ults, too, I think.
Yeah.
It was a very well-timed ult on Oriana's part, timing it with the Flea from Nocturne, making sure that Nocturne has to run out of turret range. So overall, some good self-preservation and usage of the ult there. But again, to your point, a lot less in favor of securing this Drake because of it.
Yep. A Mumu, maybe Flash. Yeah. Hexdrinker on knock too, even though Ori's solo AP.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We are seeing some damage come out bot side. Another repeat gank. We know the flash is down. Toggle definitely. Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely a Mumu ult for that. That might be Drake. Yeah. I mean, you might as well burn ult there if it secures Drake.
Exactly. And there's not much, blue side, I mean, they're relatively safe. They know both ults were just used mid, and I highly doubt they're going to leave Drake to go harass bot. Now the question is, are they going to get out in time before they start making themselves looking like some tasty snacks?
Yeah. It's about a 3k lead now. Not the worst. It's very comebackable.
Hey, not the worst. If my solo queue experience has taught me anything, no game is really unwinnable until the Nexus falls.
Definitely. Especially with both teams being like super committal. Anything can happen, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And then you just have to make it, honestly, you have to make it to 30 minutes in the game where death timers are longer than it takes for you to push an entire lane down through mid with a minion wave. And a team can win a fight, in one team fight that goes well. Now we do see the Rift kind of stabilizing again. No objectives are up right now, and it looks like teams are just falling back into a sense of farming and getting back to their lanes. We do have some items coming out, notably Shen with the Titanic Hydra up in top lane already. We do also see the Hextech item on Jinx. Still no real big items outside of Triforce on Bormelian for the blue side. We also do see a Mumu with that full Leandri. So that gold lead is really helping them get to this stage of the game where having that first item advantage really plays heavy into these early skirmishes.
Wow, just on top of all of the objectives.
Yeah, and speaking of objectives, another one going down. 2 going non-verbal with the Rift Herald being secured.
wouldn't expect Nocturne to have so much prio, but I mean, Ori probably doesn't want to step up too far either. So
No, and that's yeah. I think, and to your point, you know, Nocturne's got the spell shield, and as long as he spell shields a little bit of that Ori burst, he's gonna get damage off onto Orianna.
Yeah,
quicker than Orianna can get damage off on the Nocturne. So we do see Shelly going down mid, beating away the turret, and that is first turret going down mid. Amumu hopping in Shelly and driving it towards bot lane, it seems like.
Will it make it?
It won't make it, but it'll definitely resume into the lane.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's going to take enough damage if... Yeah, we see Wukong going down to catch it, although I think Zilean can just finish it off, so... Oh, they're doing everything in their power.
Oh, that's Amumu ult, Seraphine. Wow.
Yeah, but one thing to note here, Boomer's out, and then the Shen ult, dude, this is what I was talking about right here. Boomer was fine, but there's just too much in the way of going non-verbal to keep them alive.
Aatrox might make something happen top, maybe?
Potentially, but looking at the items, we see Shojin coming out. That's not a lot of damage to turrets.
Yeah.
Amumu Flash coming out, cleanse on Senna to stay alive, but I do think we're going to see Boomer... Never mind, the Flash and the shield from Orianna.
They did a good job of mitigating what could have been really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Side.
They kept their turret and only lost one person. So, truthfully, like you said, all things said and done, not as bad as that could have been.
Definitely. It makes things hard with the Shen ult.
Yeah. No matter how many times you ping a Shen, you always forget about it in the heat of the moment unless someone's calling it out. It's always something that gets forgotten.
Nocturne with the Swifties.
Yeah, and looking at chat, have to agree. Oh, we'll finish this play here. We see the Shen taunt coming out. Capri's going to go down.
Wow.
And I don't think there's much Bormelian can do here.
Definitely
We do see Senna and Zilean coming, though. If there's a way... Oh, okay. Pulling back is probably the smart move. What I was going to say in chat, being called out, their top side is just really strong right now.
Yes.
And unfortunately, that was something in draft that is just so apparent, is they have a lot of answers to be everywhere on the map very quick. And that's going to be very hard to deal with at this stage of the game, especially when they're as ahead as they are.
Yep. About 5k now.
Yeah. 5k, both void objectives, both Drakes, one whole turret. Really, really a rough early game. We are seeing the Nocturne ult onto Orianna. We're seeing a Mumu down there as well, so probably likely going to be another kill onto Poggle here.
I think she's out.
I need to stop speaking so soon and let these plays play out.
Good job.
A really good ult flash from Ori to get out of that. Now, at the moment, if I was blue side, or let me phrase it as a question: if you were blue side, what's your angle to get out of this position here? And we can resume this after this fight here.
They need a shutdown, I think. And since they off shutdowns, I think just sending everything for one person could be the play.
Yeah. And now we do see some good movement from Bormelian, getting out of that engagement, getting out of a Seraphine ults as well. We see Boomer staying alive with the Zilean ults, and unfortunately, all of that happening right before another Drake spawns, leading to potentially and most likely a third Drake coming out for going non-verbal. I think you're right, a shutdown is something they need. Now, thankfully, again, another glass half full take, every single person on going non-verbal's team has a shutdown right now. Opportunity. So, that first kill for John Riot is going to pay off, hopefully, in dividends. But we'll see.
Everyone's done a decent job of keeping up with CS on blue side, so...
Yeah. And I mean, arguably, I mean, 3 people on blue side are ahead in CS at the moment. Capri's definitely stabilized, which is always nice. It never feels good to be behind and stay behind, especially on the island of top lane. But again, hopefully we start seeing some kills come out in favor of John Riot to get them into this game. Because at the moment, it feels like they aren't really able to do much. And they kind of just have to hope that there's a mistake being made somewhere on red side.
Yeah, it's not a very front to back comp either. Like Wukong and Aatrox are going in. Orianna has to be up front to use her ult, and then you have Senna and Zillion in the back that can't really get there as easily as other champs. So they're gonna have to play really smart, I think, to get it shut down.
Now we do have Nocturne ult going off onto Boomer. Boomer running right into River Otter into the ults. And this is... Yep. Just what we were talking about there. You hate to see it. You really hate to see it.
Yeah.
But it was inevitable at some point. And I want to say, I don't think that there's any way that Baron falls into the hands of John Riot unless there is a massive blunder somewhere. We are seeing Mift, again, with no ultimate, getting jumped on, taking some damage.
That's Baron.
Yeah,
Wukong
you see
ult, Oriole.
Wukong ults.
Yeah.
You see Aatrox ult, that Shen ult saving, or not saving, but stalling a little bit on Mift there. No kills coming out outside of Boomer dying early. Looked like maybe there'd be some action, but inevitably Baron going over to going nonverbal, and some resets happening.
How do you think Blue Side comes back from this? You asked me.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Realistically, I'm going to let this fight play out, and then I'll get back to that. So we see the Sentinel ult helping, Poggle going down, a lot of ults being burned. Jinx picked up the red buff, so we're getting some slows off. Get Excited's happening. Seraphine's getting the stuns, peeling very well for the rush. Another Get Excited is going to come out. Ult.
Oh, some burn.
Forcing the Boomer flash. Another flash. Shen taunt. Senna getting caught. And then to cap it all off, Blue Badger dying under turret to that Nocturne ult. To answer your question, how do I see Blue coming back into this game? Realistically, localized thunderstorms shutting off the power grid to the entirety of Red Team at the moment, which is not an impossibility, but a high improbability. Otherwise, just some string of really poor decision-making on Red side. And it can happen. In these positions, you start feeling a little invincible.
Yep.
But truthfully, like you just saw, it doesn't matter if you're hiding under the sanctity of your own tower. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're playing safe. All it takes is one person on the red side to land a single bit of CC on you, and there's not much you can do until you see that gray screen.
They were definitely up in items that last fight. Blue team probably should not have taken that. Not that I don't think they tried to take it, but
yeah, it's not.
Couldn't.
Yeah, to your point, it's not something you try to take.
Yeah.
But this is one of those. These are my. I have a love and hate relationship with these types of games because on one hand, you kind of get the opportunity to really turn a losing game sideways and come out with a win. But on the other side, you are so behind in every facet. Like looking at every member of both teams, there's a huge gold discrepancy and item discrepancy. And, dare I say it, just a team comp discrepancy in the way of CC and being able to reliably lock people down. So when you're faced with so many of these challenges, you kind of have to take risks somewhere, or you kind of just snuff yourself out. Because it's going to be... at this rate, it's going to get a lot worse before it starts evening out, and you're already losing the fights, at this point in the game. So it's a real tough position to be in because you really want to take advantage of every misstep that you see, but oftentimes you're just not able to capitalize on them quickly enough, and that leads to plays like we just saw, where you're extending for a little bit of CS, and then you get jumped on and flashed on and killed. And, unfortunately, there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, I think Red Team's their comp is so oppressive from ahead.
Yeah.
And
We will see that
Oh.
first shutdown going down topside, but unfortunately that opened the floodgates for mid. We're going to see a kill on Poggle, an inhib going down, and a large minion wave. And it looks like... Okay, never mind. I was going to say blue side's not backing, but they're also not returning to base, so that could have opened the door for maybe a Nexus turret, but...
I think that's a win, though, for blue side. I would take that shutdown every day.
Yeah, I mean, talking purely of gold value, I think you're right. I think the 1100 shutdown plus the wave, we're looking at 1300 gold in terms of economy for blue side versus a kill on Poggle, third death, an inhib and a turret. I think it, it's close, but I think blue came out on top there.
Yeah. They can probably farm this open inhib as well.
Yeah. No, that will hopefully buy back some gold for blue.
Oh.
Gotcha. And just to update the stream real quick, we have a client update on our end, but we will get back to that moment in the stream. But this does give us a good moment to talk about right now. What do we think is going to be the fate? Do you think we're going to see more of what we've been seeing? Do you think there's possibility for an outplay? Or do you think you kind of have to call a spade, and unfortunately, the game might just be perishing the way it's been going? It's too far gone, and there's really not much you can do into a team comp like that. Gotcha.
Okay. Well, we kind of see, sorry to interrupt you, Chime, but we got kicked out of the client for the end of that game due to a client update notification. So we kind of see how the end of that game happened, though. So we can assume certain results there, right? And I see that the game is no longer up, and so
yeah,
we could
so
take a
listen.
look.
We can. I think we should just lean into the copium and say that John Riot had an epic comeback, and unfortunately, it was so epic that no one's able to see it physically, but you just had to be there. So, with that being said, I mean, what's everyone's thoughts? Do we think the games went how they intended to go based on the draft? Was anyone surprised? Any particular plays that stood out? I mean, what are we thinking here?
Yeah, watching that game, I see something immediately. I just need to refresh the client here, so you'll casters, you'll notice it's going to go down for a second. What I noticed was this game was sealed tight like a mausoleum, and there was one guard outside the mausoleum making sure that John Topaz could not get in, and it was Miffed on Nocturne. It's the ghost that no one could get close to any objective. No one could get close to any shutdown because Miffed is waiting there. And somehow tanky, somehow an assassin. I think just from my perspective watching that game, that's MVP stuff right there. That's the stuff of the glue that holds it together. It's not flashy. It's not the Amumu landing the Q into the ult, but it's what I think made the game impossible to play for blue side.
Exactly. I'd agree 100%.
And even if they weren't there, they were an ult away.
Yeah, which is only a mistake. I mean, truthfully, when you're playing in a series like this and you've got a few more games ahead of you, that's a mistake you only let happen once. You get it out of the way. You make sure, it's on your mind for the next few games. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some teams in the future in the form of John Topaz drafting against something like that happening to them again. Because, when it works, it really works, as, we all just saw.
Yeah, and it's scary, but that global influence really mattered in so many ways in which I'd want to say that coup de grace or some of the execute damage that might have been on Senna, or the percent health missing damage that could have come out, would have mattered in terms of the Shen ult being really important, but it just became too much. There was an impenetrable wall made by going nonverbal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great name.
And you know what's yeah, it is a great name. I think it's in reference to the fact that they don't need comms. They are just that coordinated. At least that's what I heard through the whispers.
That's a subtle flex.
Absolutely. Are we pulling anyone in for interviews this time around? And if so, do we have anyone in mind?
Let's wait on interviews just because we're gonna get right into the next game if possible.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
I think they're using the same lobby, and so I'm not able to get in, but we need to make a new lobby. So, Riot giving us the old treatment here.
Absolutely. In lieu of an interview for the casters here, do we have NPPs on mind? Anyone that really stood out? I mean, Mift already got a call out there. Any other shining stars from that first game or any performances that we want to call out?
Well, certainly Quaib. Quaib's objective control and being there at every moment, I mean, has to be on the list, right?
Yeah. I think it's, I know I called it out early, but just that Chenault is something you forget about and it always ruins your day every time it happens.
Everyone was great. Even on blue time, the team protecting their objective as best they can, right? Like there's losing by team comp and there's losing because you had bad plays, and I think this was just unfortunately a inferior team composition.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And to your point, we did see a lot of really cool plays coming out. For example, Poggle with the flash ult getting out of a 2-man engage on bot side. We did see a really good response from a 5-man dive bot side with Shelly that only resulted in a single kill. So to your point, it's not that there was a lack of skill expression or people not performing at their A game. It really was, I think, just that team comp was so hard to deal with. And if you get out of one form of CC, you have 4 more waiting for you, which is really hard to deal with, especially when you're already behind from a gold lead perspective.
Yeah, certainly. It snowballs, and at this level, there's a lot less room for mistakes to happen, or a lot less desire to make mistakes. When you're in this position and you're at this level, there's a bit of conservative play happening at the end there. We saw it with that turret dive that, Chime, you were saying the sanctity of one's turret. And I thought to myself, there is nothing holy about what happened there at all.
No. And it never feels good. I mean, especially when you're behind. I mean, I've heard it as a top laner who is famously behind in most of the games that I play, especially in this league. You just have to play safe. And it never feels good to try to play safe under your safest form of defense, which is your turret, and that means nothing when it comes to 3-man dives. And there's really not much you can do about it.
Uh-oh. Am I losing you, Chime, or am I losing everything?
It's him, I think.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you want to just give us that one more time? Chime, I see it looks like you're back.
I'm gonna let that just
be
a moment lost to time itself. We'll just plow along.
Okay, and let's get right on through to the second draft as we are now ready. So let's head into it. And we're gonna see this is Fearless once again. And so none of the champions we saw last time are going to be here on the Rift with us today. So can assume there are already 10 bans in place. And so with that, it's going to open up some more interesting picks, as I'm sure we're going to see an Enchantress from Blue Badger. That is pretty typical fare. But see, we already have the Ezreal gone, pushed away from Boomer again.
Yeah, I don't anticipate seeing Boomer on Ezreal. I think, unfortunately, any comfort pick that people have been dominated by on Boomer is just not going to make it through any of these rounds here.
Yeah, and once again, Mundo always out, but it looks like, oh, there, I was just gonna say Thresh might make it through the first round of bans, but no. We're seeing a repeat of the first 4 bans from last game.
I was gonna say, so far, no surprises. We do see Swain getting banned, so no Swain bot lane from Boomer, which is always an answer to dive heavy comps with Boomer in bot lane. So seems like going non-verbal is kind of doing a really good job staking out some really important bans here.
Yeah, and we see Quaid picking up a Sejuani ban from the opposite side, and then Xin Zhao being stolen away. I know that is a really highly desired champion in the jungle at the moment.
All right, we see Lucian. I wonder if we'll see a Nami as well.
Or, yeah, Milio.
Okay, Milio. All right.
This should be good. We've got the bot lane pick synced up this time completely with what they with a meta pick in the bot lane.
That one actually seems planned, right?
Right. I mean, we're not flexing as much anymore. There's some pretty clear role divisions where the flexes are all gone. We're gonna know who's going where. Of course, we got Vayne and Lulu coming out. It might be Vayne top. What were you gonna say, Mike? Where?
I was gonna say I don't know if it's happened to anybody else in CMSA, but it's happened with me where it just last second, oh shit, last second I got to pick and I just lock in something, and it's not always ideal.
No, I mean, what's the strangest pick that comes out of that? That's a Shyvana support.
I'm feeling attacked right now.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Now, I will say, based on the 3 picks so far, Zen, Lulu, Vayne, really strong, just in general. Sure, there's weaknesses, but that's just a lot of damage, a lot of displacement, a lot of sustain, and a lot of engagement in 3 people alone. And we do see on the other side of the coin, Lucian, Milio, Shyvana, really strong bot lane, really strong jungler. I mean, right now as it stands, I don't think one team has the edge over the other. I do really not like Lulu, so I hope that doesn't go well for them personally.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You don't like playing
Lulu
against
for this comp.
just in general. Yeah, just in general. So.
Well, I do think that it's very, very good with Vayne, because the Rush is going to want someone to completely negate, and I think it's one of River Otter's best champions. There's this meme around Masters and Grandmasters that every Lulu who's there is just a tourist from Emerald, but with River Otter, it's different. I think River Otter's Lulu actually expresses 6 different abilities through those 4 core ones.
Yeah. Well, and you also have to remember there's also the mental abilities. I mean, when you get polymorphed in a team fight, that's some mental damage that lasts the remainder of each game, and it stacks as well. Every time that happens, that's just a passive degrade to whoever's, getting in charge of that. When you hear the voice lines,
I mean, like emotionally?
Yeah, it's just all bad. It's all bad all around. So there's definitely some hidden debuffs that Lulu's throwing onto the enemy team there. But with these other picks here, we see Ornn and Cassidy rounding out, going non-verbal. And the final team for John Topaz here, or final team member, excuse me, for John Topaz here.
Okay.
I'm hoping to see some more disengage would be nice, or at least some more peel to provide to Lucian. But
or hard lockdown for that Kassadin and for that Vayne, because at the moment, it looks like it's just Galio. But, we don't have hard CC, but we do have that skill shot CC that's going to be coming out from John Topaz. That is going to be super interesting to me. It looks like going non-verbal is going for the long game here. Ornn obviously shines at level once they start getting those masterworks out. Kassadin, of course, really in need of level 16 to be the monster that he is. And Vayne, not going to be a champion until maybe the mid to late game.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely seems like in the comp of going nonverbal, I mean, Xin Zhao, Lulu, Vayne, Ornn, and Kassadin, that's a team comp that does a really good job at creating some stragglers and splitting a team up. And once they're split up, I mean, you've got Ornn and Kassadin that can focus someone down. You've got Vayne and Lulu that can focus someone down. You have Xin Zhao that's basically an entire team in itself. And on the other side, in the form of John Topaz, you see a, you know, basically just run the enemy team down kind of comp. And we've got a little bit of protection with the Galio there. But for the most part, they're looking to just get into a fight and brawl and hope that, you know, maybe some members of the other team, like Kassadin, as you mentioned, are going to get a little overextended. Maybe lead into an early kill and then a team fight advantage that they can translate. But I really don't know who has the edge here.
So
And go ahead, Mike.
we have to wait a little bit anyway. So I wanna add, the chat just made me think of a question that has nothing to do with anything anybody is discussing. What champion has the most tilting laugh to you?
To me, it's Teemo. I
Really?
love Teemo, very cute, but that like I can almost do it because it haunts me in Era Mayhem, hearing the Teemo laugh when a shroom goes off.
It's fair. Mine's the Blitzcrank. Ha 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 ha.
I like that he
Like-
does this. I like that he does the little ha ha ha.
Yeah, I know. Like every time I'm just going to destroy your face, sir. Like
Yeah. I would say mine changes depending on how badly I'm being beaten and how often I hear it after I die. I think it's just anyone doing that. You know, I like to say I'm better than a 12-year-old with anger problems.
I'm not.
But you kill me in a game of League of Legends and you laugh on my corpse, I'm losing it. And that's a guarantee.
How
I
about
really
you,
hate
Corpse?
Katarina's laugh.
Oh,
Because I'm a mid
Katarina's,
laner,
okay.
so it's like
Oh.
Katarinas don't do anything for like the first 3 levels except spam laugh. So
I see. Yeah,
really
that, that
tilting.
melee champion laugh.
Yep.
Okay, and we are now ready to get into it. And so this game will be myself and Mike. Chime Gather and Corpse take a well-deserved break. That was great casting on the last game, and we'll see you for game 3.
Sounds good.
All
Let's
right,
go.
let's get into it. Okay, Mike, let's see. Can John Topaz take it back after that first game where maybe not ideal for them? I don't know, 15-1 as it may have been by the end of the game. Not the best showing, and I think it's the right amount of motivation to bring them into the game new, fresh.
With maybe a target on some people's backs.
Yeah.
Some vendetta targets.
Yeah, already we're seeing a little bit of fighting over vision here as Vermilion places that ward down. Not necessarily
this one-
where they would want, and Poggle and Myth are already skirmishing. It's 2 melee champions in the mid lane this time.
There's a lot riding on this. You gotta assert your dominance early.
Certainly. And going non-verbal has already asserted their dominance a little bit early. I mean, we know that they have 1 win under their belt. All they need is to put another one in their pockets, and then they coast through game 3 knowing they've already won. Of course,
Right.
the tensions are riding high.
That's right. Don't get nervous. Just remember, everything depends on this.
Right. And now the global ult pressure is on... It's still on red side, but now it's John Topaz on red side. Okay, and with this, I mean, we've got a little bit of mismatches of what champions are in each lane, except... Do you know where the similar role, I think, is being played? In the jungle. I think Shyvana, excuse me, and Xin Zhao really play the same role.
Okay.
They're getting in there, they're controlling the fight from the center.
Yeah. I agree. The give me a sec. I lost the stream. Give me 1 second. I apologize.
Ooh. No worries. Okay, here we go. Poggle and Mift getting down very low. This Deathfire touch from Mift is bringing Poggle to the edge. But, you know, priority in the mid lane is everything. As we see, Bormillion has snuck into Quaib's bot side jungle, and Boomer the Walrus and Blue Badger are here to support, as Quaib has no idea. Just sees that the red buff is not there. But let's see. It's an ambush, and Quaib will be the first one to fall, and Blue Badger gets the first blood. That's 400 gold on Tamilio. 300, really.
And you can see the urine stain in the jungle from where
Yeah, where
I realized it wasn't just didn't realize it was, oh, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, it's not necessarily ideal for Quaib. Of course, I mean, it's not necessarily ideal either that Blue Badger gets the gold, but with this gank from behind, Bormillion is here with the red buff, immediately getting onto the rush with some autos, and that Milio Q is gonna land, and... oh, the barrier and the heal come out for the rush to make sure that he survives that. Perhaps not necessary to use both, but hey, you do what you have to do in order to stop the bleeding, as red side takes an early lead.
I gotta say, Bormillion appears to be a bit spicy comparative to last round.
Yeah, did I mention that today is Bormillion's birthday? And so perhaps the little insult of game 1 loss leads to this aggression, as Boomer the Walrus utilizes their flash really nicely and barrier there to get a double kill onto the Rush and River Otter. Wow, taking an early lead completely in this bot lane, as now there's 3 kills given onto the bot lane. Oh, and here we have Poggle going for Mift here. It's really slivers of HP against slivers of HP. And with Quaib waiting in the wings, Poggle thinks, better not go too crazy here. Okay. Oh.
Flash and a... oh, Mip.
And it's
that was
completely.
Yeah. That was really good reaction.
Yeah, absolutely. Whereas, I mean, it's the type of thing of like, if you get hit first, you're gonna be knocked up and there's no possible way for you to react at all. But if you can get that auto out exactly as we saw Mifts do, then it's really who gets the hit first.
You must never hesitate.
And here we see even more counter jungling on the part of Bormillion, as he has a level lead and quite the CS lead already over Quaib.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be a lot of sight on blue side's jungle.
Okay,
so they wouldn't
we're already
really
seeing the protect my Krugs call coming from Quaib.
So he's aware.
Definitely.
But little did he know that Krugs wasn't even in danger.
No.
It's his raptors that are gone.
Well, I think there was a ward over the river that allowed them sight to see that Bormillion had gone for the chickens. And so that's a given. Those are gone. Oh, Poggle landing a really nice knock up there that gets a trade advantage in mid lane. Okay. Boomer the Walrus just able to put so much damage onto the rush, as Vayne struggles early, and even more so now that Sheen and 2 longswords are in Lucian's pocket. Okay, Shyvana on this dragon, as Quaib is wise to it, perhaps, looking on the Scryer's Bloom. Does not really catch the dragon being taken there, but Poggle, Boomer the Walrus, and Blue Badger are here to protect Bormillion, as the first objective of the game goes to John Topaz.
Yeah, unfortunately, blue team had, or I'm sorry, bot team had, wow, bot had backed, so they couldn't really answer the Baron or the Dragon call. Wow, what's wrong with me?
No, you're good. It's all super exciting at the moment, because I love seeing the right combos. Lulu, Vayne, really good combo, but needs to go to the late game. Hasidin, an extremely interesting champion to watch. Of course, he's gonna struggle and need some of the pressure there. Oh, the rush being forced under their turret by Boomer and Blue Badger, as River Otter able to scrap a little bit, but also not able to do it by themselves.
As Lulu pushes him back away.
Yeah, Lulu is a fierce fighter. And that heal being saved by River Otter may be the tool that's necessary to keep a barrier and heal not used on the side of John Topaz. This bot lane, oh, here we have Blue Badger fighting River Otter to push this wave into the turret. River Otter has to relent. Those are the
There's a
types
really
of small
aggressive blue lane.
victories and aggressive plays, like you're saying, in bot lane that I love to see, because it truly is the difference between like a support that is trying to keep their lead and a support that is desperately trying to make sure extend the hand to their ADC and say, come on, we've got the game on the line, get over here and take the CS.
I mean, you got to protect your ADC, right? Or at least annoy the other one to the point where they can't farm either.
Yeah, okay. Here we see Vermilion once again hungry for some counter jungle. Oh, but River Otter is coming around the back. Let's see. The red buff is up for Vermilion, and that control ward gives a lot of good pressure to make sure Quaib cannot enter. Quaib using their ult in order to push Vermilion away, and now River Otter is on the wrong side of the jungle as Poggle and Blue Badger are here, potentially forcing a flash, but the ult comes out from Vermilion, forcing two flash, Mift and River Otter, and Quaib is going to be the one to fall as there's no way for his team to get back into that chicken pit.
Yeah, red team's really starting to pull away here with the jungle objectives. I guess not objectives, but the jungle camps.
Yeah, and it's gonna make a big difference as Quaib has only just turned level 6, and now the Rush is in a desperate position with the Krugs here being taken by Vermilion. Oh, but with zero vision, walks in. Oh, Quaib is here though, but will Blue Badger be here in time? The Condemn comes out, forcing Vermilion into the wall, and that'll be a shutdown for Quaib. That's 396 gold. Back in the hands of the other jungler, who has had a lot of his camps taken. It's not really gonna make up for the gold difference that's amounted, but let's see. Quaib is gonna look for something here to make.
At least he got
even more
his
money.
buffs back,
Yeah,
right?
that's a buff transfer. I'm sure Quaib's gonna be looking for that control ward that angered him so.
It's right next to a regular ward.
Two is one and one is none is what I like to say in terms of wards,
That's right.
a fight, making sure you have the objectives.
If you're not early, you're late.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Top lane, not a lot interesting happened. Oh, Capri just missing that ult onto MTP, but it didn't seem like a lot was going to come out of it as both are really high HP. Here we have Capri. Oh, here we Poggle trying to get onto Mift, but unfortunately not able to lock them down in time for Vermilion to get there. As now it's a skirmish in the top lane, and Vermilion's Shyvana is on the way. Oh, pulling away.
Yeah, and the Kassadin is going to be extremely hard to gank because Kassadin.
Right.
But looks like we're just going for voids instead, which is good. Void will help with late game pushing. Well, any pushing, but
Absolutely. And it's the type of thing that Yone needs in order to force Ornn to stay in lane. Of course, we do see a little bit of a summoner spell difference. The inverse of last game. This time Capri has taken Ignite and MTP has TP. So, of course, the Void Grubs may be more taking it away from blue side, which can utilize them a little bit better with that TP pressure.
oh, they didn't actually take the grubs.
I think one was
We only got
taken,
one.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
thought
Capri
that was-
under a little bit of pressure as that wave is mounting, and MTP is able to just force them away and back to their base.
I thought that was a done deal.
Okay, John Topaz setting up, and it looks like this is going to be a pretty quick Cloud Drake take, as it doesn't seem that Quaib is in a position to contest this, nor is their bot lane ready to push Shyvana, Lucian, and Milio off of that Cloud Drake, and it'll go straight to John Topaz. As the gold differential is decreasing, the total gold between these two teams. It was a little bit over 2K, and now it's just a little bit over. It's close. But we're going to see going non-bird will take up those last two Void Grubs.
Capri going in on MTP. Whoop.
And we see that Capri ult just missing MTP, which could have been really dangerous, especially with that Ignite still up. But it's skirmish central as there's still no kill in the top lane. But MTP's taken a sizable gold lead, as that Frozen Heart is really going to make the difference against Yone, who needs desperately to have attack speed in order to get those Qs out. Here we have Kwai. Oh, it looked like Kwai was going up top, but not so. All right, and with this, we've got a little bit of a lull as we're waiting for a minute and a half before the Rift Herald spawns. And now, blue side's got the Scuttle, got a control ward in the Rift Herald's pit. And bot lane's still skirmishing. It doesn't look like either support is going to head up there at the moment. But once again, we've got a recap or a replay of the same old story as Capri and MTP are skirmishing up here. Shyvana, Bormillion is here at the red buff, and Boomer the Walrus and Blue Badger are looking to help take this counter jungling. Mift and Quaib are in the mid lane fighting, trying to catch Poggle. The W will come down from Xin Zhao, and the E connects. Poggle forced to flash, but Mift will be able to get away with it and take the kill as they used. You see Poggle pinging it. The TP into flash, Xin Zhao's R, as well as a whole lot of Kassadin Rs. Of course, it's not a long cooldown there.
Looks like they're gonna really do a lot of damage to bot turret there, forcing them to recall. And bot lane is really well, the ADCs particularly got, you know, seemingly a lot of gold and farm on the Vayne, but Vayne never is an early game champ.
No, we see the defensive ult coming out from Capri in order to evade that Quaib and MTP gank. 2 ults gone, 1 from each top laner, and nothing will amount to it. At 15 minutes exactly, the gold lead is just 1.5k as the early lead from that ambush and the taking of Quaib's camps is diminishing.
Yeah, catching up, and there were some risks that. Bormillion is in the jungle, going for Raptors, runs into Xin Zhao, and just takes him anyway. I guess Xin can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, it looks like with that ward, bot lane is going to play it safe against Shyvana being in their jungle. All right, let's take a look at this. It looks like a 3-man dive is being set up here as Xin Zhao is going to take Bormillion's chickens, and Vayne unleashes that ult as Boomer the Walrus jumps behind their turret, looking for the rush. Ease in again to make sure that the ult comes out. The rush is going to survive, and River Otter is going to be the one to fall, but Boomer uses their flash to get in behind the second turret there. Not even auto-attackable, as their first turret is going to fall to minions. And this is going to be a bot lane dominance here as Boomer takes his 3rd kill of the game. That's likely he's going to come back with 2 full items. And now Quaib, after taking the topside chickens, going to take that Rift Herald in response as well.
Yeah, and Blue's bot lane is losing. Their mid lane is ahead, right? And then top is
Yeah.
I guess there's probably more gold on orange side top lane as well.
100%. There's so much gold, especially until that cull is completed by Yone. We've got 12 more stacks of minions that need to be killed in order for it to be at least somewhat equalized for that cull value to take place. With the upgraded Frozen Heart, we'll see. Oh, Capri trying to put the business onto Mift as the Rift Herald is dropped mid lane. Able to get that charge off on the mid lane turret as it's now a fight over this dragon. The top laners are here. The ult comes out from Poggle. Does not knock anyone up as Capri has slain Mift in the top side, and now the Rush and Vermilion are fighting near the blue buff. And let's see, the ult comes out from Quaib, trying to make a little bit of space. The ult from Shyvana comes out to fear Quaib. The healing comes out from Milio to save Vermilion. And now MTP is able to, with that percentage health damage, get onto Vermilion, but then the Rush is forced into a taunt by Poggle. The Rush gets the kill onto Poggle, but Boomer the Walrus is finally here after fighting River Otter in his own jungle, and now MTP is forced to deal with the bot lane. This is a top laner's worst nightmare, to deal with two ranged bot laners, and it's set in stone. 4 kills for Boomer the Walrus.
The Vayne played that as best as they could, right? Like, it was, and I think they got a kill out of it, which is great. But the, yeah, unfortunately, they were just outnumbered and out of place.
Yeah, and not able to secure some of the other kills or get the healing that they really needed to continue that battle. And in that, we saw in the blue side, the blue buff on red side actually, Vermilion able to use the Blast Plant to get away from them. That could have turned the tide entirely, as Vermilion would not have been able to ult onto Xin Zhao.
Chad is calling out that it is now Shyvana's jungle.
Oh yeah. It's all Shyvana's jungle, including this part of the red buff on bot side. Okay, with a 50 CS difference between the two junglers, we're seeing Vermilion a level up on Quaib. And Capri back in the game after that kill onto Mift. We'll see how that affects, as there are now 3 Drakes. It is about to be Soul, potentially, in 4 minutes if they take this last Chemtech Drake on Don Topaz.
Right, they've got the gold lead, and they've got 3 dragons. The Soul would really seal the deal on kind of, you know, just a objective / money advantage.
Okay,
but not
MTP
over yet
forced
for Blue
to
Team.
run away from their ult as the Blade of the Ruin King on Yone is finally catching up, as the damage is going to be extremely high. And now, in mid lane, Boomer and Blue Badge are joined by Vermilion as this TP is also going to come in from Capri. It looks like with MTP out of the match, or out of the rift for 30 more seconds, the Baron is a potential play for red side here.
That's a ballsy call. I think it's going to
100.
work, but...
Yeah, we've got Quaib, River Otter, and the Rush looking to stop, as it's now 4 members in the Baron Pit, and Poggle looking to play that bodyguard role. Getting behind. Oh, on the wrong side now for the fight to continue. Let's see, as Xin Zhao is able to get in, but Vermilion gets the kill onto Mift before, and now it is a 4-on-3. And River Otter is going to be the latest victim of this, as Poggle is able to push away the rest of Blue Team. And now it's the real time for Baron to be taken. And they are slamming it.
I was just about to say, I don't think Vermilion actually wanted the Baron there. I think he wanted to fight people at Baron Pit.
Yes, 100%. And that's where Shyvana does really well. Even better than Xin Zhao, perhaps, is that you're able to jump in and fear a mass of people. So with Xin Zhao pushing people away, it's great. It's a lot of crowd control, but the targeted crowd control that leads into the Galio's, the taunt, the Yone ult, that's exactly what happened there, and it paid off. As now, look at the score lines. It looks like almost an inverse of last game. Of course, not as dominant, but red side clearly able to play to their advantages here.
Well, Emilio was a great choice for this team, but unfortunately, I don't think it's enough for all the CC that that John Topaz has.
Yes, and we're gonna see with the Baron, will a siege come about as we've got Yone in the side lane on bot and a fight happening in the top lane as Mift may be able to. No, Poggle is going to be able to get it back under their turret. Oh, Bormillion looking for the red buff here, finding MTP Quaib and River Otter, pushing him away.
Kind of the reverse of what happened earlier in Red Bush.
Yes, where now there's 3 enemies waiting instead of 2 allies for the ambush. Okay. And with that, mid turret has lost nearly all of its HP as Quaib, River Otter, and the Rush are looking to save it, but it will fall as this is a very successful Baron siege. Quite a few turrets have been taken. And now, all the members of Red Team, at least besides Poggle, heading down to catch MTP out. But, okay, Bormillion is going to be knocked up by that Ornn E, and then into the ult. The Shyvana ult comes out to fear 4 people, just trying to make some space as all 5 members of Blue Team are slowed and not able to make the connection there. They get onto Bormillion, but the Blue Badger ult will come out. The Yone ult catches 2 of them, and the Galio ult is coming down, but Bormillion will be the first one to fall as Mift gets the kill. Quaib is next as they will fall. Then Mift is going to fall as well, and it's 4 members of Red Team still alive as it's nearly an ace as River Otter is sent running back to the mid lane turret.
He's leading him leading him away from the mid lane turret, maybe to hopefully distract them from taking mid turret.
Yeah, but with 3 members still 15 or more seconds away, this could be dangerous for Blue Team. It doesn't look like Red Side is looking for the end of the game at this moment, but with that inhibitor down, that adds just enough pressure to take Soul, potentially.
Yeah. And with Vayne just coming up, they might be able to contest, but I think it's just going to be a repeat of what happened at Baron, right? They've got... They can cancel any CC with...
Okay, they pull it out. They do wait for Bormillion, but now Mift is here looking to cause a little bit of a distraction. Capri goes in with their 3rd Q. The MTP ult comes in, and Bormillion slays Mift as Boomer the Walrus 1v2ing the Rush and River Otter up there as Quaib has jumped in. Unfortunately, Quaib will go down as well as the Rush does kill Boomer the Walrus, but is not able to fight Bormillion and has to flash away from Capri's ult as well. Meanwhile, the mid super minions have been taking Blue Side as now only 2 members of Blue Side are here to defend. And we'll see. Shyvana's about to have the ult, and the ult comes out, and the Rush is going to fall pretty quickly. This looks like it is the end of the game, as there's 10 seconds left before anyone else can come in. Poggle, Bormillion, Capri, and Blue Badger looking for this as Poggle is going to fall to one of those turrets. The first Nexus inhibitor turret falls the second, and now, more members of the Blue Team are here than are Red, and they are not going to be able to take this Nexus as it is nearly a reverse ace, as Boomer is now the only one alive. Okay.
So I was about to say right before that whole fight went down was that if I wanted anyone alive to try to protect that turret, it would probably be the Ornn, because you're not killing him, right? Like,
yeah,
you can slow him. He potentially had the chance of slowing him the most.
Right, exactly. To make sure that there's enough time for Quaib and the Rush to come back up to do the damage necessary. And with that, there's still about 10 seconds until Red Side is completely back on the Rift. And it's a minute until Baron. Taking stock of where we are, we've got a soul, the Chemtech soul for John Topaz. We've also got 1 Baron already taken, as there's 4 minutes until the Elder Drake, just 30 seconds remain, and there is 0, truly 0 wards from either side near the Baron. Just 1 blue trinket up there, but with 20 seconds left, it looks like Red Side is completely able to take all of this. They're sweeping, but they're not going to find anything as the first ward that is truly around Baron comes down, and Now it is bright. All things are clear as 5 seconds, and red side is here first, able to start up the Baron. And they're gonna do so. I don't know, what was it there, as it's already more than halfway done. Only Mift and MTP are here. Oh, the ult is gonna come out. Mift is able to get a massive amount of damage onto Blue Badger, and now MTP and Quaib are in there. The ult comes out from Shyvana and Galio to protect their team. There's just 2,800 HP left on the Baron. Not a single soul is hitting it. There's 2,000 HP, 1,800. Vermilion is going to be the one to fall, and with 51 HP, Poggle is the one to take the Baron, do the last bit of damage with their Q, as now it is 4 members of Going Nonverbal that have succeeded in taking down a lot of the HP bars of John Topaz, with 2 super minions waiting in their base.
You see all those knockups. It was knockup after knockup after knockup, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty intense for both teams, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, only 2 members of red team got the Baron buff.
Yeah, and very well done by Poggle to get that last bit of damage. I don't know if you saw it, but sometimes I'm not a jungler, but seeing the HP go down of an epic monster starts to feel like it's slow motion, where I'm like taking stock of every number that is above the HP. It's scary. If Going Nonverbal had taken the Baron there, that would have spelled a completely different story. Oh, Blue Badger, unfortunately not able to... Oh, Boomer, there to protect his support and gets the kill immediately onto Mift for everything that Mift does in damage on Kassadin at the moment. It does not make up for the damage that he takes from nearly a full build Lucian.
And that might be really hard for defend without Mift, right? Teleport coming in from red team to push down mid as they attack it and wail on the turret as everybody groups up and turtles around the Nexus. MTP getting caught out by a Lucian ult, but has the HP to take it.
Wow, that 3-man Capri Yone ult might have been the thing that stops it, as Boomer the Walrus gets the last 2 kills alongside Capri. And those 2 Nexus turrets are going to fall once again, as this game is won by John Topaz. It is 1-1 in the Topaz Invitationals, and we are going to bring it back to our set of casters. Hopefully we are all here and ready. That was a really exciting game. So I see we don't have Corpse, just taking a little bit of a break, but let's just see. Hold on one second. I don't want to stream their room. They'll let us know when they're back, but Chime, how did you like that game?
I mean, it was definitely nice to see a positive game in favor of John Topaz. I did get a little nervous very briefly, but they were able to secure it, come back, and get the win. I mean, would I have liked to have seen a crazy comeback? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, love a comeback story. But I am glad that we're going into the 3rd game of this series with a 1-1 tie, and I'm very excited to see how that impacts this next game.
Yeah.
I thought for sure it was going to go back and forth a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think it might have if they were able to secure that Baron, as I don't know, was it the Baron reducing the resistances of John Topaz's team that really led to the downfall there? Or really
I think
Mift doing so much damage?
Yeah, I think it was the dragon fight. Yeah, I think the dragon fight was the turning point.
Yeah.
Well,
and I think it, there's always environmental factors. I think in particular just came down to, all it takes is like that one, just that one angle to go in. You get that one person down early, or you get that utility out of the way, and it snowballs. And I think that kind of just happened there. Now, granted, they weren't able to capitalize a win off it, but might have led to a little more back and forth, or some other stuff going on there.
Yeah, super exciting. And we have a little bit of information that's coming out and casters can see as the lobby discussions are happening. It seems that there's a bit of luck on the red side, as both teams that have lost have chosen to stay to do the red side. Now, going non-verbal wants it back. What do you think? I lose on red side. I don't want red side ever in my own personal game history, but do either of you, any of you, have like a side preference?
Really have a preference.
I think I prefer blue.
Yeah, I think
Just
just the way
feels
that leagues,
better.
yeah, the way it's framed, I prefer blue, but I don't really have a preference. I feel like I perform equally as bad on both
I was
both
that's what I was about to
sides.
say. I lose games whether I'm red or blue side. I do not discriminate.
That's great. That's great.
You just get that Master Yi that runs it down, and that's that's my. It doesn't matter if it's red or blue.
Yeah.
So we've got a few answers from chat. We've got Alive Because of Me says red side. Saint says red side is the top laner's fave. And Poggle, I've pulled every single Topaz mid laner and we all agree red side mid lane has bad vibes. Well, Poggle gets blue side this time, so we'll see if it works out for them again, like it has this past game.
Out of all the sides to complain about red side versus blue side, I think mid has the least standing. Right? Like
That's
jungle I can understand.
Yeah.
Jungle I
I agree.
understand. Top I can kind of understand because you know whether or not you're closer to Baron or not, but mid kind of it doesn't really. I
You're
mean,
equidistant at all times to everything, no
Yeah.
matter what side you're on.
yeah,
You know.
Yeah, and we've got an exciting, real meaningful game 3. It doesn't happen in every invitational. That who is going to win the invitational this time? Is it going to be John Topaz, the team of Capri, Boomer the Walrus, Bormillion, Poggle, Blue Badger? Or is it going to be Going Non-Verbal, which is MTP, Mift, River Otter, Quaib, and The Rush? And we're going to bring it back to Corpse and Chime for our game 3. Now that there are 20 natural bans from the Fearless system, perhaps we see something interesting. Perhaps it's way
Ezreal ban?
easier to ban people out. I think Ezreal stays banned. I do.
Oh yeah. I think there's
Mundo.
certain champs that won't see the light of day. Yeah, Mundo's another good one.
Thresh.
I do think Quaib is known for Sejuani from their league play of the regular season games, and I think that's being taken away from them for just taking away comfort. Of course, I've always seen them play a Mumu as well, which they displayed in the first game. So, I don't know. I don't see a lot of other champions, at least I see the comfort picks most often. Do either of you have any insight? Like, what champions are the pocket picks we're going to see?
I mean, I could see Sejuani being one. I could even see Katarina coming out for
wow.
Poggle mid. I could see you know, I'm talking in terms of playing with you know, Boomer and Poggle quite a bit in my off time. But as far as everyone else, I mean, looking through some of the OPGGs earlier, I think I'm a little out of loop with the meta, but I think the nice thing is there's a lot of variety with a lot of different people playing this game right now, and I think the meta kind of favors a lot of just flex picks at the moment. So, I mean, with all of that said, I kind of just hope we see some really zany stuff coming out in game 3.
Yeah, there's a few in the jungle that I think are still real playmaking champions, or just the high damage, high volatility champions. Like, I could see Jarvan coming out. I'm not sure why we haven't seen Jarvan just yet. It hasn't been banned.
He was.
Oh,
It was banned last game.
We saw him banned, I think both games too, because he was banned with the Orianna.
Oh, perhaps banned in the second round, where we're not prioritizing every jungler pick, is I guess why I'm getting confused. And I'm like, oh, surely that's blindable.
Yeah. Now, my philosophy is I'm probably going to perform poorly no matter who I play in whatever lane, so I just like to pick based off vibes. Hoping we see some of that in game 3, and I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't hate seeing something crazy in a lane or two.
Yeah, I'm hoping for Anivia. I really like the way that Anivia plays in competitive play, and I have a feeling that both Poggle and Mift could pull it out mid. So that's my
Okay.
hope.
You heard it here
Now-
first. Anivia is being banned first.
Now, a fun question to pose to the bench of casters here. What's one of those champions that you kind of just forget is in the game because no one really plays them in the Rift anymore?
Rexa.
Rek'Sai, that's true. Rek'Sai had a moment, but her brood really ran dry.
Annie.
Annie, another
Annie.
big one. I'd say mine's like Evelyn. Like, when was the last time someone saw an Evelyn on the
Oh.
Rift?
I had an Eve
True.
yesterday.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I also had
Apparently
Eve yesterday.
Never mind.
But I had Nanny last week, so it's not. I can't really
Okay.
say much.
And
But
you know, in pro play, Annie is one of the highly favored, highly blessed mid lane champions just for that ability to mass CC. Like we see, like the Shyvana ult, Annie Tibbers dropping is the exact same dragon winning or baron winning play.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. That's a good question. I feel like everything's generally a good mix these days. You always get the weirdo that plays Zillion, but that
That's
seems
true.
to be. I'm told now that it's not that weird.
Oh, it's S tier. S tier for
Yeah.
sure pick. Riven is a good one, Saint. Riven, a lot less popular. You know who?
Yeah.
And this is just because a lot of people hate Windwall, but I haven't seen Samira in a while, and I haven't seen Yasuo in a while.
True. My other one's Olaf. I saw one Olaf probably a week ago, and I don't remember the last time I saw an Olaf.
I got
Past that
I got
point.
my ass handed to me yesterday by an Olaf as Leona.
All right. I
Like,
feel like
just-
every champ I haven't seen is on your recently
Yeah.
played list.
Well, I play a lot. Well, the Callista. I had a Callista and I was Leona, and the Olaf just like ran past me. Like, yeah, there's nothing you can do. And then like that's also not going to stop him. Yeah, sorry, I'm just hitting him with my Nerf sword. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what can I do?
I will say it's always funny in this game when there's moments like that. Like an ADC is a very high value target for an enemy team. And the answer is you just get a bunch of peel. But when you play against someone who can't be CC'd and they just run through your team with one person in mind, I mean, you can't hate it. It's a little funny every time it happens.
Yeah.
I was
When
laughing.
you just
I was not happy, but I was laughing.
the futility of walking away from Olaf is funny.
Yeah, you see the ghost, or you hear the ghost rather. You see the ult go off, and unfortunately, you
Like,
kind of just
I'm
have
dead.
to. You kind of just have to handshake your ADC and catch him at fountain on respawn at that point. There's not much you can do.
I heard chug jug, and those were the last words before it all went black. All right, just a bit as we are heading into draft. Let's take a look as just make sure I'm shuffling around the casters correctly. There we go.
Right.
And it's game 3.
I won't be denied.
See, I think what we should start doing is letting the teams pick the comps for the other team members now.
Ooh, that
I think
would be...
game 3.
That would be fun. Or
You let it happen.
not necessarily comp, just like theme. Like you have to go Yordles, or
Okay, I could settle for that.
a
as Lad likes
region.
to say, a region, or Lad likes team bald. You can only pick bald people,
Team bald.
Okay.
I like that.
and he considers Lux bald, which that's debatable.
She has a wig, I guess, is the...
I mean, yeah, and in all fairness, all of them could be wearing wigs.
It's true.
Okay, first 4 bans, still the same, and then we've got Thresh and Swain as well on the ban list. These are the no-no champions for tonight.
Boomer is not getting a chance to play Ezreal or Swain. And I wonder if Boomer's going to be on Varus this game. I would imagine so. And I personally am a big fan of Varus.
Yeah, this is one of those flexes, right, where maybe it's a Varus Capri top angle? I don't know. You look like you're shaking your head no, Chime.
Oh, no, I was shaking my head at Poggle in chat saying that Swain's a double ban. Sorry, Poggle, you're not the OG on that one.
Yeah. And
Or I
Swain
guess maybe
mid,
you are the OG. Yeah, but let's be real here.
it's no longer 2015 or 2016, so Swain mid, unfortunately, out of the picture for the most part.
Speaking of champs we haven't seen in a while, there's one right there. I think they might have been listening in, or you're just a little clairvoyant.
Rek'Sai.
Yeah,
But we
got
do see Rek'Sai
and
Void
Kaisa.
Fiend.
Proven,
Yeah, the Void.
proven it wrong. You know, I miss what was it? ZZ Rot. That was a fun item.
Oh my goodness. Talk about old League of Legends items. Give me Twin Shadows as a certified bard enjoyer.
Oh
Twin
my god, I
Shadows
miss
was
Twin
my
Shadows.
jam.
I miss it. Where are people? I think I'm near someone.
Yeah. Send the
Let me
little
search half
spermies
the map.
out to find them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Now,
we
on one
see-
hand, oh, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say we see Morgana Jungle come out this game. That to me is everything. To have that level of control. It's looking like it's gonna be a CC and Tether comp already from
Yeah.
John Topaz.
Yeah.
Varus ult, Karma E, Morgana Q, and ult.
I wonder if there's any more tether champs. I mean, what could we have? I mean, Kled,
LeBlanc.
technically, I guess. LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
We don't really need a lot
Um,
more AP on the side of blue team, but
Yeah.
Well, maybe not tethering, but like, oh, we already have Karma. So
okay.
maybe like a
Have
We
have
are
any of
seeing
you been
Jack
tortured by
Shipman.
by AD Silas Top?
No.
no.
No. Okay.
Probably. I feel like I've lost to just about everything in top lane, so I'm
there's
sure at some point.
torments of all types with Silas is my understanding of the champion.
Yeah.
And
I know
we've got-
when Silas had come out, I was really trying to make Heartsteel Silas work, and it never really did, and it just frustrated the people I played with. But,
Yeah.
you know, I tried.
At least you're frustrating someone. It's the League of Legends way.
Hey.
All right, the mid laner is being banned out on both sides, it looks like, as the control mages are being thrown to the bans.
Which is good, where they belong, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's still room for Anivia, though.
That is true. That is true. If we can get both Rek'Sai and Anivia in this game, that might just be the perfect one to send this invitational off with.
Nautilus, the final ban, as we head into the last 4 picks.
Quinn is a good answer to your question.
Ooh, win.
I've seen a lot of
Another one
Quinn
that's not
jungle.
seen.
Really?
I
Yeah,
think Quinn
like,
Jungle
a
is
lot.
good. I am a
It's
believer in that.
scary.
Yeah.
Here's
'cause
what I
of
suggest.
mobility.
We all queue up for 5 games and we see the entire roster of League of Legends
Yeah.
together. That's what it seems like would happen.
Okay, and we've got Nico. Potentially Nico support coming out.
There we go.
for
Now,
River Otter.
one interesting thing here, Nico against Boomer to Walrus is an automatic tilter. So we might be seeing that play into some of Boomer's decision making throughout this game. That is his #1 enemy. And the fact that he's going to be playing against it in game 3 might not be good for his mental.
Yeah, and I'll rely on you, Chime, and Corpse in this next game, since you're casting, to count the minions at any given time.
Ooh.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. The Nico minions is kind of exactly like that Shen ult from game 1. You always forget about it when you need to remember it most.
Right.
And then it messes you up in a bad way.
And if you do remember it, you ping it furiously, but your ADC runs towards it anyway.
Yeah, you
I'm
ping
not
it
bitter.
furiously and you forget about it again 60 seconds later.
Or Timo standing in a bush, like, oh yeah, he's there, and then 60 seconds later, you forget and walk over it.
Yep.
Same with shrooms. Anything invisible.
And so, before we get into this, you'll see in the chat if you want to get involved with CMSA, the Chicago Metropolitan Sports Association, the esports side is available in the links if you're watching on YouTube or in the little panels below us on Twitch. Join us on Discord. You can join any game from Overwatch, Marvel Rivals. We're playing Civ 6 and 7 now. Don't laugh at that. I better not see anyone as giggled. We're playing every game under the sun. Join us on stream, and join us in the League of Legends side specifically as we get into this third game.
Now, going into game 3, looking at the team comps, do we have any predictions as to who's having the advantage in this final game of the night? What are we thinking?
Yeah, I do. I see Callista. Oh no, it's Callista mid. Okay, if it was Callista ADC with Nico and then Kaisa mid, I was gonna be extremely scared. But you know, I would imagine that comes with a lot of prowess in those champions, and that would scare me immediately. I'm gonna go with red side has a slight advantage. Mift is a soldier evangelist for Callista mid, so this is going to be the true testing ground of it.
Okay. Now, I don't think I've seen it much, but I am kind of theory crafting in my head right now. With Callista pulling a burrowed Rek'Sai and throwing a burrowed Rek'Sai, does Rek'Sai appear out of the ground, or is there a double knockup potential there?
There's a double knockup, I would imagine. I don't think Rek'Sai gets pulled out of the ground.
Yeah, that could just not be fun. Yeah, that could not be fun at all, and especially having that instant gank, being able to pull your jungler in from the bush. That's going to be kind of frustrating to deal with. Now, thankfully, Poggle has Ahri, so you can dash out of the way a little bit, but fun to think about.
Yeah, and with both teams having this seemingly linear comp where they both want to just dive and continue the dive straight forward onto each other, I'm curious how a fight around the objectives is going to play out. Anyone else have which team has the edge? Any calls before we start?
I'm torn. I think
blue. I feel like blue could kite the Rek'Sai, Gwen engage, Nico engage easily with their champs.
And they have a
But if
lot of
they
CC
don't,
as well.
Yeah. Morgana, Ahri, Karma, wow, they all have a CC.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
And getting into it, Chime and Corpse, thank you so much. We'll leave it in your capable hands as we get started here.
Looking forward to a very exciting game 3. Thank you both. All right. So getting into game 3, I know we speculated a little bit. I feel like we're going to see a mid lane fight, and whichever team does a better job paying attention to their positioning and the ults at hand is going to take a clear advantage. Because like it was just mentioned, both teams really just want to fight and snowball and keep the fight going. There's also a lot of AoE, a lot of CC, a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage on both sides.
Yeah. And I think it's just going to come down to who can land their abilities better, truthfully. I mean, both teams have a similar playstyle, similar engage style, similar surprise factor. So I'm hoping this makes for a very interesting game 3 for everyone. I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an awful prediction and say it's gonna be flip-floppy, but
I don't think that's awful at all, truthfully.
It never goes my way, though.
Yeah. I think if there was a game tonight, I think this would be the one here.
That's true.
And I see in chat right now comment on John Topaz having a lot of pick potential. I definitely agree. I mean, we have the Morgana binding, we have the Varus ult, we have, that mixed with Ahri that can get on anyone that's CC'd from a distance. If, going nonverbal is not paying attention to their positioning or they're getting caught out in a bad position, it's just going to be an instant death for them, and that can quickly scale out of hand, kind of like we saw in the first game.
Yeah, neither team really has that much frontline either. Very pickable on both sides.
Yeah, no, not a lot of frontline. One thing that is playing in the favor of this bot lane is they do have range and poke.
Yep.
And so as long as they can keep the lane freezing, which it seems like they're trying to establish early on, they're going to kind of stonewall going Nonverbal's bot lane into kind of a stalemate. And as long as they can keep that poke going through and getting some chip damage, maybe it can translate to a kill if they're pushed up and they're not paying attention to the jungle there. Now, right now, as far as junglers, we see Rek'Sai pathing top. We do surprisingly see Morgana already finished with a full clear, and Rek'Sai still has one camp to go. Looks like there might be some contention over this top scuttle.
I think it looks like Kalista's prio though, so I don't imagine. Oh, yep.
Yeah. Now we do see Rek'Sai actually getting the scuttle and being able to make it back, so Rek'Sai is going to end up being a little bit ahead in golden XP here. We do see that ward going down for Bormelian in the jungle, keeping tabs on that Rek'Sai, but I imagine we're going to see it back in a reset from Rek'Sai after this anyways. Not much a teleport coming off. Bormelian setting up to maybe follow through on a play to Mift here. I imagine we'll just see a flash go off.
Which team do you think scales better? Just looking at it, surface value.
Truthfully, I see blue side scaling a little bit better. I think what it comes down to, and a little bit of damage going off from Gnar and MTP in top lane here, or Gnar and Gwen rather. But I think what it comes down to, truthfully, is the champs on red side are a lot harder to play to the extent that they need to play to have a similar impact as the champs selected on blue side. Rek'Sai, a lot of positioning. Gwen, a lot of positioning. Kalista, I mean, that's just a difficult champion to play well. Whereas...
Yeah.
Oh, we do see Quaid getting behind Boomer and Blue Badger here. The
Flash
knockup, CC, Blue Badger going down.
It's a good flash.
Yeah, and I mean, just like Salborn said at the start of this game, if teams are not on top of their vision, you're going to see stuff like that happen, unfortunately. And this is... I mean, it's interesting because it's one of the most basic concepts of League of Legends, is the importance of vision. And it's stressed, you know, at any level of the game, the importance of vision is stressed. And you can see that even at, you know, the level that we're seeing here at Topaz, that's still a fundamental that kind of gets forgotten about sometimes.
Definitely. Yeah, I think Gwen's gonna have a difficult time into 4, basically 5 range. A misconception, I think, is Gwen likes the ranged because she has her W, but no, Gwen prefers a lot of melees. So I could see her struggling into this team.
Oh yeah, it's going to be very hard for Gwen to get damage off if blue side's playing well. We do see potentially a skirmish over Drake coming out. Bormelian with the flash R. Ahri flanking.
Miff down.
Gonna see at least a double kill going down. Boomer getting in with the flash, securing the Drake.
Wow. Great engage from Morgana. Great follow-up from Ahri.
Yeah. I think everyone played it exceptionally well from blue side there. Like you said, we saw Morgana flash ulting in, Ahri on the flank. Boomer was clearing the wave, getting a little bit of his HP back, and then coming in for some kills and the auto attack secure on Drake, which stayed a pretty low health for kind of a scary amount of time there.
Morgana up a decent amount of CS. Too.
Yep. Yep, we do see Bormelian up 12 CS. We also see a Drake lead. Now, not, that was Bormelian's doing, but still objectively going out.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
overall, just good for blue side. I don't think there was much loss there outside of a single death.
yeah, Vermilion had that level 6 advantage. Just realized Rek'Sai didn't. Oh,
Yep.
skirmishing here. Can't close it out though.
And now we do also see Boomer with the ultimate, and there is potential that if the rush steps up, Boomer can get a kill here.
Yeah, 100%.
Bormelian looking to maybe just get some damage off on Mift through the wall. We do see both mid laners and junglers hovering, so maybe a fight coming out soon. Converging on the red buff and top side, bot lane just trading some niceties with each other. I really do think Boomer's trying to bait Kai'Sa into taking a Varus ult and dying. I don't know if that'll work out in their favor, though.
Oh, here we go.
Never mind.
It's really well played.
All it takes is one, and I do think we're going to see a double kill going out to Boomer, stacking up the lethal tempo, getting that damage off, and the safety of having a shield from your support coming through. The ultimate fist bump of friendship going off in the bot lane. Mid lane's back from teleports and resets. A really nice charm through the wave there onto Callista. Yeah, I think, thankfully Gold Lead isn't too far ahead or out of the woods. We're not seeing anything like we saw in Game 1 just yet. But again, and using Game 1 as evidence of this, it's really easy to quickly lose control of the game in situations like this. So I think at this point it's really important for going nonverbal to take a breather, take a step back, farm up for a few minutes, try not to let anything crazy happen, and stabilize some of the gold disadvantage here.
Yeah. Yeah, red side, if any of them really gets caught out by any CC, none of their teammates can really help them. Oh, Ari. No kill though.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And I hope to see, for the sake of this game not going like Game 1, that we are able to see a little bit of safety and control come out in the form of red team here. Quaid with a really good escape, Poggle with a flash and missing the charm.
Oh.
Kind of a nail biter almost, but both teams surviving.
Oh wow, could be a kill.
Wow. Very well done by Capri on Gnar. Timed out the abilities perfectly, was able to get exactly where they needed to be and get that ult off, sealing the fate of Gwen, and also giving turret plates over to Gnar. Is that going to be enough damage? No, the heal coming out.
Through. Yep. Sorry, I'm not a top laner, so watching that Gnar combo that Gwen was like really cool.
Yeah,
he just kept pressing buttons.
It's really beautiful when it works out exactly how you hope it works out. In my case, not often does that happen, but it's really nice to see someone who knows what they're doing be able to do something like that.
Just noticed Callista's looks like she's gonna build a Wit's End first, which I don't think is a bad choice into their team.
Yeah, I definitely think getting that MR early is good, especially since both Ahri and Morgana, the two likely mid lane visitors, are AP. The thing is, we do already see Malignance on Ahri. Malignance is a cheaper item, I want to say, than Wit's End by a couple hundred gold, or it might be roughly the same, but there are 2 kills on Ahri ahead of Callista, and Morgana's also just ahead with a kill in regards to Rek'Sai, so playing from a disadvantage in that angle as well.
Omnivamp boots on Varus. Oh,
all right.
Flash.
Cleanse Flash going out from Callista to stay alive. I definitely think it was worth that, though. I don't think that was an overreaction at all.
Really?
With two people that can really CC you to death and pump out a lot of damage, especially with Drake up, I'm always on team rather safe than sorry.
Sure.
Every single time.
Definitely.
Now, from a positioning standpoint, we see 4 people from each team around this Drake. River Otter might bait here, being fake Kaisa a little bit.
Oh.
See a lot of damage going out on Poggle, forcing the Ahri ults before any skirmishes can
I think
happen.
Varus just burned ult on the clone.
Yeah, and we do see Varus ult down as well, so very good usage of swapping to Kaisa and using the clone there. Now we do see damage coming out. That is the real Nico going down.
Yep. Yeah, this blue side can just keep looking for picks.
A lot of damage coming off on Bormelian. Instantly
Wow,
getting...
what a charm.
And no deaths going to be coming out on the blue side here. Late TP from Capri, but Capri's going to catch the wave, probably get 2 plates out of that and reset. And Drake going off to John Topaz.
Yeah, if Rek'Sai is not landing his knockups or Nico can't get in with her ult, I don't see a way for Callista and Kaisa to really get in there and do their damage.
Yeah. And with Callista still down, the rotation mid lane and the rotation bot side, I mean, this is. I just want to take a moment and say that what we just saw as far as lane swaps is about as perfect as it could have gotten from blue side. We had everyone where they needed to go.
Yep.
Capri getting jumped on, doing a lot of damage though.
Wow, what was that?
And that's just going to be a double kill for Capri, a 2v1 double kill bot side, leading into another turret plate, maybe even the tower. I don't think the tower, but definitely another turret plate to Gnar.
Kaisa dying with flash up, Nico too.
Yeah. No, we
Maybe
saw
they're saving it.
more turret plates going down to Varus and Karma mid. We're seeing actually the whole tower going down to Capri with the Void Grubs. I mean, if anyone wants a good example of how to play a mid-game skirmish into lane swaps, just watch the last 2 minutes of this game. Truthfully, no notes. I think that was perfectly executed and kept a lot of momentum. And we're seeing the gold lead going out onto blue side, approaching 5,000 gold at 14 minutes in the game, which, you know, we're kind of approaching those levels we saw in game 1. So it's really imperative for going nonverbal that they, you know, keep cool, keep collected, keep their vision up, and just take a few minutes to themselves and get some of that gold back. We are seeing a little bit of a fight for Shelly. Rek'Sai's in the area. We do see Kaisa potentially floating, but I think the smart play, which is what they're doing, is to just concede it and be prepared to handle that when it comes out.
I think now we're getting to the point where Gwen should be able to hold her own against Gnar.
Yeah, we see the Dusk and Dawn come out. We have the Ninja Tabby, or what are they? What's the plated steel caps now?
Yeah.
So we see the plated steel caps. We see the Dusk and Dawn. I think that's really all you need on Gwen to be able to start 1v5ing, I'm pretty sure. So we might see the game start turning. Bormelian topside, popping the ult. Unfortunately, Gwen going down again. More turret plates off to the Gnar, stretching that gold lead. We're probably going to see an entire item advantage on that Gnar over Gwen, which not a good position to be in. If you're the Gwen, I'll add. A great position to be in if you're the Gnar. Another turret going down, which means Gnar has 2 turrets under their belt for this game.
Looks like they're trying to dive this Ahri. Ahri's gonna be really difficult to dive, but she doesn't have ult, so...
Yeah. It's definitely assess the potential reward versus giving 3 more kills to Ari. But again, I think red side's making a good decision backing off. They just need to kind of mitigate some of the gold loss and try to stabilize their lanes.
I will say I'm always under the mentality that if I was red side, I'd say let's try to like flip the game for some picks, because I feel like it's my personal favorite way to get back in the game. But
Yeah,
that's a solo queue brain talking.
It is, but I don't think it's the wrong way of thinking. Like, we were kind of talking a little bit about this in game 1, when it was John Topaz kind of in the position of red team here. More damage coming out from Gnar onto Gwen. We might see another kill if Gwen gets a little cocky, though. Yeah, I think that seals the fate for MTP right there. I think we're just going to see Gnar. Wait, the dodge?
It's close.
And we see River Otter coming in for backup on MTP, but Gnar with the flash.
Wow.
Gonna get out.
Do you think Gwen could have killed there if Nico didn't show up?
I think the opportunity would have been there, but Gnar had the flash and another movement ability with the E. It would have just been very risky. I think definitely it could have happened, but I think the odds would have probably been 80-20 in favor of Gnar there. I will say, kind of back to what you were saying, trying to flip the game, I don't think it's a bad idea. And we have to think of it in context of how Blue's wanting to play this game. Blue kind of wants the game to keep going how it's going. And if Red stalls, which is the safest option, that gold lead is going to stagnate. But the gold lead is still in favor of John Topaz. So to your point, sacrifices need to be made, and if there's a way to flip the game or go for a risky pick, that's kind of how you start reclaiming some of that gold loss and building that momentum. So, I mean, I don't disagree with you at all, and I think we're kind of at the stage of the game where we need to see at least an attempt of that somewhere if the red side wants to start getting back in the game, at least anytime soon.
They have Nico and Rek'Sai, which is great pressure in the side lane. So, I mean, Ari's just gonna be really difficult to shut down.
Very
I can
difficult.
understand their apprehension, and then Nar's just like massively ahead. But I'd still look to send maybe 3-4 to a side lane. Oh,
Verisol going out. We see the barrier, the rush ulting to get another shield.
wow.
And the static Shiv getting the final kill.
I'd be
that
so
minion.
sad. I'd be so sad. That Kai'Sa played that as best as she could have.
Wow, and that was very close. I mean, look at the item and gold lead difference, and Kai'Sa almost won that. Kai'Sa almost won that. I mean, very good display of skill from both of the ADCs right there, and that's kind of the stuff you like to see. Just gentlemaning a 1v1 and seeing what happens.
It's another kill.
Yep, 3 people up top. Now, I'm kind of the mind, and maybe this is just my mindset as a bad top laner personally, who doesn't research, the meta or how to actually play the game. But I actually think, I don't think Gwen's losing much by playing up and drawing attention.
No, yeah.
CS is still pretty good. There's an objective, so Gnar's not pushing the lane. And I think it's positioning Gwen, this is kind of what we're talking about, where we're seeing some of these plays come out that are a little bit riskier. I think the risk to reward is a lot more in Gwen's favor for playing like this. Now, granted, you do have a higher likelihood of dying like we're seeing, but it opens the door for some kind of outplay potential and maybe starting to turn that tide in your favor for, not losing too much.
Yeah. Red, though, doesn't look like they're quite able to make plays off of Gwen's pressure, so I'd be curious to see
Yeah.
what they can do if Gwen keeps on doing what she's doing.
That would definitely be one of those things, you know, like you were saying, playing off of the pressure that Gwen's creating. We've seen 3 examples now where Gwen gets to this midpoint of the lane and there's 2 to 3 people on blue side that come up, and if red can find a way to capitalize on that and play into that, we might see some kills go out.
Yeah.
In favor of red team anyways. I do see a bit of a siege with Baron on this mid turret here. Really hard to deal with if you're red side, but we do see red side surrounding Nico ult. I mean, Bormelian's definitely going down here. Boomer going down. Ari I'm sorry, I was looking at MTP there. Gnar coming in, saving the day on that side. Poggle almost losing to that Gwen.
Hey, that was a really good attempt.
But yeah, a really good attempt, and I mean, you can't... You have to try to take advantage of every opportunity you see like that. It might not have been the best, but there were still 2 shutdowns, sorry, going out in favor of red. You know, that's still a lot of gold influx to that team. You kind of just have to go for it, and maybe that extends the length of the game a little bit, allows you to get an item, and allows you to try again.
I could have seen that fight going like the complete opposite direction, so I'm totally with them, red side.
Yeah, and I mean, some things to note there. Gwen almost 1v1'd the Ahri at a severe item and gold deficit.
Yep,
just
definitely.
You know, champ difference right there. But we also saw Gnar being the one that comes in and saves the team. If Gnar hadn't teleported, I think we would have seen a much different outcome to that entire team fight. And Gnar doesn't have teleport. So if there's a way that the red team can kind of pull off another fight like that, we might actually see a team fight go in the favor of red side. Yeah, Nico ult coming off, getting a huge stun. We see Ahri go down. We see Karma go down. Ooh, the flash prediction to shut down the Kalista. Now, I mean, this is kind of... I mean, obviously you don't want anyone to die, but in the sense of getting some gold lead back, getting some shutdowns, and trying to get some form of momentum, we just saw 2 plays from red side happen back-to-back that, while they weren't totally in their favor, I also don't think they were bad plays. I think red got a lot out of both of those engagements there.
Absolutely. Totally. I think they should be happy with that outcome.
Yeah, and we do see, I mean, even though blue secured another Drake, we do actually see the gold lead shortening a little bit. I want to say we were approaching the 10k mark, and now we're a little bit closer to the 8k mark, so making a little bit of money back with those shutdowns. Now, River Otter in a horrible spot here. But still getting out. Good job on River Otter.
In that last team fight, I saw Kaisa like lose 75% of her HP to a Varus Q.
Yep.
Just was like jaw dropped at that damage.
Yeah. Now we see some AP on Varus in the form of Ginsu's, and I think Seekers has a little bit of AP as well. So playing into Varus's W and passive a little bit, but for the most part, it's just coming down to straight damage on that stack and empowered Q.
Yeah.
I do think, though... Oh, what were you going to say? What were you going to ask?
I was going to ask, what do you think their move should be, like, if they want to get back into this game? Do you think it's continuing with these fights, these team fights, or...
I think it has to be. Like, they have clearly shown that they can fight, and, you know... The outliers here is really just Gnar. Gnar both times has cleaned up and made the difference, but if they can somehow find a way to fight without Gnar making an impact, I really do think we could see a team fight go in the favor of red despite the gold difference. And we do also see some pressure going off in bot lane. I mean, Poggle might be dying under turret here. Looks like they are dying under turret. A little bit of gold going in their favor, but they are kind of opening themselves up to a bit of a base race, or at least an inhib race.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go for the turret. Actually, I'm not surprised. This blue team is kind of crazy.
Yeah, definitely one of those risk versus reward plays, and I see what they're going for. I do think they gave up a lot, unfortunately, there. And we are seeing the Varus. We're seeing Bormelian ult, Nico dying before the ult could go off. Varus getting another kill. I really think this might just be GG here.
I think you're right.
I don't want to
Just
speak
series of
ahead, but we do
unfortunate
have...
events.
Yeah, we have 2 waves coming in. Unless blue side totally concedes this, which I don't think is a good idea. They have bodies and time on their hands. Another kill going to be going out to Boomer here. Seeker's being popped. But yeah, it looks like, I feel very confident saying, with the final ace there, the GG game going off to John Topaz.
Okay. Wow. Well, that settles it, doesn't it? That was a fantastic game and great casting from Uchime and Corpse. And now
Absolutely.
we have a winner. It is John Topaz that takes the CMSA Season 2 Topaz Invitationals. I mean, it had to be with their name, right? That was the manifestation. They are John Topaz.
After all, I think that's what they were setting up for. But a very fun series. Honestly, love when it comes down to a final game, and you can just clearly see both teams fighting for it through all the 3 games that we watched tonight.
Yeah, and so this brings us to who would you all like to bring on stream? Who was the MVP? I have a feeling who it's between. If I could start, I really think Capri clutched the games that were victorious for John Topaz. It was really like the top lane difference mattered in some of these fights. Being able to pull Ornn away in the second game and being able to dominate over Gwen as the big mega Gnar. On the other hand, Boomer, consistent, able to pull out a lot of damage. Always a contender for MVP, but that's kind of it's the role of ADC, isn't it, to look like the star of the show?
Yeah. Yeah, everyone looks at the ADC and not the people propping the ADC up, right? I think we actually need to give less MVPs to ADCs all around. Bit of a hot take.
A top laner saying this, just want to say.
I think the support's
I
done
agree
good
with
enough
you,
love.
though. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's all I was gonna say. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I think that Gnar in the third game and then the Shen in the first game were standouts.
Yeah. Absolutely agree.
Agreed.
And so, shall we bring in... I mean, obviously, Blue Badger, amazing work supporting Boomer and making sure that the damage came out. That's key. The ADC doesn't get to do what they do unless you are there. Both supports on both teams, River Otter and Blue Badger, being able to pull out a lot of CC and maybe not so much on the engage this last game. I hate to say, but in terms of disengage, great. Who is it for you, Chime, if you had to bring just one person on?
If I had to bring just one, which again, I would prefer to bring all of them, not only just the 5 that won, but all 10 players, I think, could all provide great insight. But if I had to boil it down to one, I definitely don't disagree with Capri. I think there was a lot of really good plays consistently throughout all 3 games, regardless of the fate of those 3 games. I think there was a lot of good skill expression, a lot of good map reading, a lot of good rotations. So I could see Capri being a very good contender for being pulled in here.
Well, I'm going to see about bringing all 5 in, and we can talk. Maybe they have more insight as well about what it is that really drove them to victory, and maybe can name an MVP among themselves. All right, everyone has said yes to joining us on stream, so we're going to see Hoggle, Capri, Bormelian, Boomer the Walrus, Blue Badger, your victorious Topaz Invitational team joining us on stream now. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, guys, what's going on? Congratulations.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Hey, guys, what's going on? Hey guys, what's
Oh.
going on?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah, like,
Hey.
what's going on in here? Did y'all just finish watching like a League of Legends game or something?
Yes, a very
Just
exciting League
playing.
of Legends game. And Poggle, thank you for being the first to speak up after the cacophony of hey guys, what's going on? So
He had to start
Poggle.
it. He had to start it.
Poggle, how do you feel about the wins that you secured tonight? What was the difference making element that separated the wins from the loss?
I think the difference making was I woke up and realized like, hey, maybe if my team's making a play on the other side of the map, I should just be like a little safe, like maybe just a bit. Like maybe I don't need to be dying in the side lane every time we go for something, and that really did make a difference.
I
Yeah, as someone that's
agree.
constantly dying in the side lane, I have to disagree with you. I think that's part of what makes League of Legends a little fun.
Well, but you're doing it as a top.
That's why we
laner,
love you,
which-
Aiden.
No. Because Aiden's right. When you do it as a top laner, it's different. It's expected. When you're doing it as a mid laner, it's like that's like damage and pressure and whatever. Like
Yeah.
it actually matters.
Well, that's a good segue because Capri, I don't think we saw Capri die much at all in any side lane in the last game. Capri, what was your kind of thought process going into game 3, picking Gnar into a Gwen, performing how you performed? I mean, what was most important for you that game that paid off in some way?
Yeah, I had to give big respect to MTP. I've just playing against them like week in, week out. They just have gotten better and better. And so from game 1, where my Aatrox kind of pick did not work out well, and then I was like failing shit early on Yone, I was like, I have to just. It's more than likely either going to be a Gwen or Rek'Sai flex top. We need to play something tanky top. Let's go for the Gnar and see what we can do with it. And yeah, it worked out pretty well.
It paid out
Yeah, I'd
dividends.
say so.
And so let's turn it over to support. How do you feel, Blue Badger? It's a high intensity lane with a lot of damage coming out immediately from Kaisa and from your own ADC. How did you keep up with the wards? Because some of it was real vision control on your part that really made the difference around some of the objective fights and let Bormillion into the fights. How were you conceptualizing that? And were you stressed during this game?
I think I was stressed the entire time. Because I feel like I struggle a little bit with confidence, and I feel, at least on a personal level, I felt a bit like an underdog. Like River Otter is really, really an amazing player. He's a Masters player. So yeah, I was stressed the entire time. But I want to take, since I'm on Twitch, I want to take this opportunity to thank Bormillion and Boomer for being so educational and patient and just like. I mean, I've looked up to Bormillion since I found his stream like years ago, so this has been a surreal experience, and I'm glad that I was able to learn as much as I did, and I think I contributed what I wanted to contribute. So
You contributed a lot, and well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so let's go over to jungle. Bormillion, Alex, the Morgana pick in game 3. Much doubted from many, especially going into a team that has Kalista mid, all of these champions that are going to damage you through that shield or break the shield nearly instantly. But some of the plays that got your team ahead were from you putting so much pressure. Are you just not afraid of death, or what's the deal there?
Well, a little bit with Morgana, yeah, she's not the best jungler, so you kind of have to play on the edge and like take what wins you can get, because if you're not getting ahead on her, you're just Morgana, so that's not very productive. But yeah, my team had a lot of faith in me, and I said, game 3, win or lose, no matter what, I really want to play Morgana. It's my favorite champ, and I don't get to play her much, and they put trust in me and kind of drafted a comp that makes it work. So they were very, very helpful in making the Morgana jungle work.
Yeah. And you all contributed a lot to this last game. I mean, we saw that it's quite dominant for the most part. I want to leave room for if there are any other questions before I I don't give the ADC too much praise. Chime is forcing my hand away from the MVP over to ADC. So anything else before I'm gonna ask Boomer who they think should be the MVP.
On our team, I think.
No, on their
That's-
team.
On their team? Wait, on their team?
No, on your team.
Oh, okay.
How about one on your team, one on their
Yeah,
team? We'll do both.
that would be good.
On our team, I think golly, I don't know. It's so tough because like jungle really does just like drive the game, like in the important parts, especially early game, and like Boar was just crushing it, especially in those last 2 games. But Capri really was just hard carrying in his own way in top lane. I mean, everyone was playing so well. It's really hard to say. I guess if I had to pick, I'd give it to
Keep
Capri.
in mind,
I'd
these
give it to
people play
Capri.
with you all the time.
I'd give it to Capri on our team. An enemy team, I would give it to Quaib. I'm gonna say Jungle Diff.
Jungle diff on both teams. Both jungles were jungle diffing, but not each other. Only the enemy laners.
No, for real. That's no. It was super well played though from them for sure. And I mean, just such a good performance from our team. I'm just glad we were able to come back and pick it up after that first loss. Because sometimes I feel like losing that first game can really, really crush the mental of a team. But luckily, we were able to bounce back really hard. We, just rethought draft a lot. I honestly just was really dumb in picking Senna. I don't know why I said that. I think everyone else was thinking it when I said it too. I don't know why I did, but it's okay. Game 1 didn't happen. Anyway, we picked it up, and I'm glad we were able to. I'm glad we were able to win the next 2.
I honestly, when you said Senna, I thought you meant pick it for Blue Badger. I was like,
oh, I do have a guilty pleasure for Senna, but
yeah, like I thought it was like a little treat.
yeah, it's like get it out of the way now, and then I'll start playing Karma. Enchanter Supremacy.
I want to give one last congratulations to you all. You all played super well. You are our invitational champions, and with that, I hope you don't have to pick up League of Legends and practice it super seriously in the future. You can take some well-earned rest after this and enjoy the rest of your night resting on your win.
Congratulations to John Topaz.
Thank y'all so much for hosting this and streaming and doing all this. I mean, y'all do such an amazing job with the production and everything. It's so fun to be a part of this community.
Yeah, thanks for everything.
Thank you.
I'm here for moral support.
Yeah.
We're all doing the best.
I do want to go ahead and take this opportunity to go ahead and announce that we have signups open for Season 3, CMSA League of Legends 2026, Season 3. Registrations are open. You can go to cmsaesports.com and go to League of Legends and click on the most recent season and sign up to play. And you should. Everyone should do that. I also want to give
when does Season 3 start, Poggle?
It starts July 7th, 7/7.
7/7, lucky.
7/7.
7/7.
Not the other one.
No.
And I did want to give a really big shout out to Chime Gatherer and Corpse Bride for stepping up and volunteering to cast tonight. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And well done.
And well done, yes.
Of course, you guys wouldn't know.
We'll have to go back and review. Yeah, we'll have to go back and review.
We got to listen to the last couple minutes of the games as we were also frantically trying to figure out our draft plan.
Nice.
Yeah.
You knew it was a panic pick.
And with that, I think we're ready to say goodnight. We've got season signups for next season. Come join us in Discord, join us on cmsaesports.com where you can sign up. And with that, thank you all for watching. Thank you, John Topaz, for joining us on stream. Chime Gatherer, Corpse, my co-host Moens. And with that, we're all saying goodnight and thank you for joining us.